This call is being recorded.
Welcome to the artwork of CP and welcome to a winning cup, you guys. Because I told you last week it's going to be a double episode dropped on both feet. And this was a really hard, and trust me, it's going to be a long, real episode. This was a really hard decision for me to make, but thank God I have a supportive BFF that really wants to support it. And we're just going to cut right to the chase. I really don't have the time anymore to invest in two podcasts. I really don't have the time anymore to invest in two podcasts. I only have time, I barely have time to invest in one. But I had a great run with now I told you this announcement was supposed to come in November. Well, it's not November, it's December. And it's September. I can tell you why I'm so scatterbrained too. I can tell you that too. That story is in a minute. It's September, and then he was laughing at me because I am so scatterbrained. No, I can tell you why I'm so scatterbrained too. And what ends up happening is that I am just scatterbrained beyond belief because I didn't realize that 5 months in, I was still going to get acclimated to Arizona. And that in itself is a tricky challenge because acclimating to the heat of Arizona, heat 109 in September, we're not used to this at 109. Wind used to 89, 70s in September. That is a 109. Crap. When I say 109, I mean the 109 too. And so, yeah. And then on top of it all, and that's part of it why I'm so scared of mine this morning and couldn't figure out what month it was. Um, and on top of it all, I am now, for those of you that don't know, I do, well, Dan, you know this, and a couple people do know this, but I do have allergies to food, which I keep forgetting I finally learned the hard way. As we're recording this episode on September 12th, 2021, I go and eat breakfast this morning, and unbeknownst to me, in what they call the tropical fruit mix, there is strawberries, bananas, and pineapple. Well, I can't, I can't eat pineapple. I can't eat. I literally can't eat. I mean, I broke out in hives. That's my allergy of, and of course we couldn't do the environmental allergens yet because I haven't lived there long enough. So my body would be reacting to everything. But how I discovered I'm allergic to pineapple is because I went to see allergy specialist the other day, and I said, "Can I have the?" I just asked him out of curiosity. I said, "Is there a chance of me getting skin tested. Me getting skin tested. For those of you that haven't had the skin test and ever on a fairly long time, basically what they do is they mark your arm and then they put a little bit of it's basically like a flu shot, and it's basically like the COVID shot. They give you a little bit of whatever what they think you're allergic to. They call it food paneling and environmental allergens paneling. So they give you a little bit of whatever things you're allergic to. Well, of course, um, and they have what they call a control spot, and of course, the control spot blows up because everyone's supposed to get the control spot. If you have no allergies, obviously you won't blow up like a fish, and so like a puffer fish, and so and depending on the mild, moderate, severe, they come back and tell you. They make you wait 20 minutes for the skin testing to take effect, and they come back and tell you. And so with me, they said to me, wait a minute, typical me, the skin testing didn't go off. And then they look again and they go, wait a minute, you do have allergies. And so on their little cheat sheet, they figured out that it was a mild, thank God, but I try and stay away from pineapple and lamb. Now I know I'm like, what? That's the oddest combination ever. That's the oddest. And I know you're going to be teasing me about it. I know. It's the oddest combination ever. And it's like, really, the odd combination of pineapple and lamb. I don't know. I don't actually think, but we will see what in the environmental allergens I'm allergic to. Ugh, it better not be bees. It better not be mosquito bites either, because mosquitoes either. I won't be surprised if it is mosquitoes, because they love me and I seem to blow up every time I get bitten. And so welts on the arms big time. And so it's like, okay, pineapple and lamb. So I was a little embarrassed about that. I'm also a little embarrassed that I ate the pineapple and then got welts on my arms. I knew exactly what it was. I'm like, really? Really? Why did you do that, you dumb? You just got out and then you ate the thing that you're not supposed to eat. Well, typical me. I like food. I understand. So typical me. Now I have to be. I have to be conscious about. I have to be conscious about it, and so it's like, oh my goodness, you you'll end up uh, if it's not one thing, it's another, and I just because of that, I had a really tough morning coming to the realization that me eating one of my favorite fruits in the world, actually, I'll admit that pineapple is number 3 because I don't like it. It's too stringy. and I don't like it anyway because I'm allergic to it. But I never liked it. My favorite fruit in the whole wide world is a peach. My favorite is a peach, and they have to, unfortunately, they have to come from a specific place in Colorado by the name of Palisade. And for those of you who've ever experienced the Palisade peach, yeah, it's the best thing on the planet. And luckily, I'm not allergic to peaches because then, then I would just buy. And luckily, I'm not. I wasn't that allergic to pineapple anyway. It's a mild reaction. It's just annoying when these welts come up on your arms. And I knew exactly what it was. I didn't go into anaphylactic shock. I didn't do any of that. But it can get worse over time. And so I'm going to have to be conscious of it. And so basically, getting back to my point of why I'm so grumpy scatterbrained is because I don't have the capabilities to do two podcasts. And plus, you guys, I'm coming to find out that you guys seem to like the journey of cerebral palsy better than you like my interviews. And although you care about me more than you care about the interview, unless I was interviewing some big name actors, which luckily I have. I interviewed Will from Modern Family, and that was a thrill and a half. So so unless I'm interviewing someone like Barack Obama, Tom Cruise, you guys, I'm noticing with most podcast listeners care about the host more than they care about the interview. So with that being said, and I had a great 10 years of it. With that being said, and trust me, we'll keep the feed alive, and we'll keep the feed alive, and we'll drop on the occasion. We'll drop interviews on there. I'll drop interviews on there, maybe, yeah. But I really plus I'm getting diagnosed with stuff out the India, that I have time to get diagnosed with them. Plus, and ignore that speaking, that is my chair, and talking to me and saying, why did he not turn me off like he was supposed to? I'm a bad pal chair. You're the one that comes to that. And so I think that we'll be dropping episodes on the feed when we dang well feel like it, because it's too much. It's too much for Danny. Danny is shaking her head. Yes, like, thank you, Win. Thank you. It's too much. It's too much for Danielle. Well, not necessarily Danielle. She loves it. She loves it, but it's getting to the point. I thought this was going to be a fun little side project, but I didn't realize it's the big monster that I can't control.
Yeah.
And Danielle saying yes, and I didn't realize it was going to be the big green monster that I can't control. And the reason why I call it the big green monster is, or the big green Oscar the garbage can, I don't care what you name it. But the reason why I call it the big green monster and big green muppet in the garbage can, I don't care, is because because cerebral palsy's national color is green, and I thought, okay, this is gonna be a fun little project. No, it turned into a full-time job. I mean, it turned into a full-time job. So, for us to concentrate on cerebral palsy and do the best job we can, and both behind the scenes and both on the artwork of CP, and both, yes, there's episodes on my laptop that I still have to give to Danny. Oh yes, we know that. I was in the midst of a move when I recorded all these episodes and forgot to hand them to Danielle, and now I have to go through my laptop one day next weekend. Next weekend, I will be going to my laptop to say yes.
Yeah, same small nine. Yeah,
That's what we're planning on. We're planning on. I'm going to go through everything next weekend. Ugh, and then Danielle is going to upload them before her surgery, and then if it happens, it happens. If it happens, it will happen. God, good gracious. Because right now, as I said, you guys, and you guys have been teasing me about this, and this is, people have been teasing me about this in person too. I am actually having heart problems myself on a serious note, and I get the lovely joy of going to see a cardiologist for the third time. Thank God I have health insurance. Let's just put it that way. And thank God I moved to a cheaper cost of living state, also in us busing with excellent medical care. And so I get to go see a cardiologist on Tuesday. And if, as I said, if they have to do surgery or if they have to put me on heart medications for the rest of my life, I'm like, whatever. But the more stress you bring into your life, the worse the heart conditions can get. Whether it's your heart failing because you have undiagnosed lung cancer and it's metastasizing every which way, as I told Danny, spreading like peanut butter, and it's and not sticking to the jelly either. And so yeah, and so the heart is one of those muscles that you need. It's a very crucial part of your body. And so they say if you get more stressed out, you can do icky stuff to your heart. And I knew I was having this problem in Aspen because every single night when I went to bed, I felt heart palpitations, as you guys know. And well, maybe you didn't know. And now, since being down here, I don't feel them, but apparently it's still overactive. And you people keep teasing me. You keep saying, well, it's a loving heart, which is true. And so I'm gonna go. I am. That's why it's overactive, and that's why it's the everybody bunny when it comes to my heart because it's full of love. And so I am trying to keep my heart full of love, and I'm trying to keep my heart happy and healthy. Happy. I won't say healthy because it's not, and it won't. Um, I will always, and Danielle will always have heart issues. I I will always have heart issues. Trust me. Back in 87, they already cracked me open and fixed a hole in my heart. And so they repaired the heart of 11 once. And excuse me. Jeez. Ay, 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 that's what you get. That's no, I don't know what that coughing is going to you guys. And I haven't had one on this podcast in a very long time. Granted, I'm not on asthma medication at the home. That's a story in itself. Why? But nothing having to do with the allergies. But I will get asthma under control. But so the my heart has already been worked on, fixed. So, but if they need to go in again, they need to go in again, and or if I need to be on heart medication for the rest of my life, that is something that I will discuss with the doctor. Now, before this escapade happened, they now I got a EKG. It, as I told you guys, it didn't come back normal. It scared me after that. So I said to my medical liaison, I said, we need to go see a cardiologist now to get me in because I don't want to deal with, I don't want it to turn into a medical emergency. And I don't want the pineapple allergy to turn into a medical emergency either. I don't want anything to turn into a medical emergency. Because when you have CP, you never know what something can bring you into the emergency room, and then it's the domino effect. It's the domino effect. And when you're under a lot of stress, CP kicks in odd ways. So that's why I'm trying to eliminate the stress from my life. I am now granted we all have stress. Wins the everyday human, Danielle's the everyday human. So we all have stress, but the more, and especially in this last year, due to everything that's gone on. And the year of 2020 was the year of interesting sticks. Interesting sticks, I said. And so the year of 2020 was the year of interesting sticks. And we're looking back on 2020 thinking, wow, the human society survived, but barely. And so what ends up happening is they say that, well, number one, if you get too much stress and don't take care of your heart, that is the big problem. So while it isn't a big problem now, the day I got diagnosed with overactive heartbeat, and I'll go into more details next weekend about the overactive heartbeat. I'll give you guys a more concise update on what they're gonna do with me and deal with that. But my point being is that as I say, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. Well, right now, my heart is hurting, and my heart needs to have the elimination of the podcast. And my heart needs to, I am now that I have the capabilities to do it, I'm now looking at my health. For the longest time, I wasn't looking at my health. And now that I have the capabilities to do it and not, I always want it in my life. And you guys probably have figured this out by now, but I always wanted CP to take a back seat, the care of CP to take a back seat. Well, I didn't realize that the care of CP would be able to take a back seat in a totally different state, literally and figuratively, than what I was in. And so finally I got my wish. And so now I can concentrate on Wynn's health. I don't have to necessarily worry about the state of CP and worry about that. And so now concentrating on Wynn as a human, as a loving human, and I emphasize the word loving, it's a little interesting. And Danielle's pointing to her Apple Watch, and I know what she's trying to say. She's trying to say, Wynn, fix your Apple Watch, because as I said, and I will, you guys, next weekend I need to fix my Apple Watch, pull up the I have a lot of work to do next week, and I'm delaying it. I need to fix my Apple Watch because why she just said that is because the Apple Watch will actually track your heartbeat. And so yes, I need to fix my Apple Watch, and so we will do that. So I will not only have my phone, I will have my Apple Watch, I will have my medical call button. I think I am all set. Plus the Apple Watch and the phones now have SOS emergency buttons on them. So it's like, yeah, time to get in shape, wake up and smell the roses. And so yeah. And so basically Ask Wynn is coming to a close, but we'll drop. See, that's why I have. I just do that. Yes, I meant to say a woman winning cup, formerly known as Ask Wynn. Yeah. See, it threw me off. So a winning cup, formerly known as Ask Wynn. There we go. And so that's why I got Ask Wynn stuck in my head. And so a winning cup is coming to a close, but we will still keep the feed, and we will still keep the feed and drop episodes on there. And we just want to educate people about cerebral palsy. That's all we want to do, because we're coming, at least I'm coming to find out that people go, what? You have what as a humane disability? And a lot of people think it's MS. It's muscular dystrophy. I get that all the time down here now. And I'm like, no, it's not MS. It's CP. Now, deal with it and I'll educate you guys about it. But that's because the challenges of living in a society that's not geared towards CP. That's the challenges. So we wanna educate you guys to the best of your abilities, and so we'll do that, and we'll close a winning cup, and still we'll keep the feed, so the feed will still be active, but this will be our main active podcast, the Artwork of CP. And so, with that being said, I'm going to let Danielle lead us out, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, oh, yeah.
Thank you for following us, as she said, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye, you guys.
Bye.